Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for this quick webisode. Today's topic is about how to apply for an individual tax return. Um, for this quick topic, I have instructions on here on where to obtain your copies of your W-7 form, what supporting documents that you will need to submit, quick comparison on your application option, the IRS office by mail or by obtaining a CAA certification service. And right here we have our contact information. My name is Lily Chilton. I am an enrolled agent, certified acceptance agent, electronic return originator, e-file provider, and certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. Today I will be your certified acceptance agent. Okay? Alright, now for a quick disclaimer. No rendering of advice and no accuracy of information. The information contained within this webcast is provided for informational purposes only and is not intended to substitute for obtaining accounting, tax, or financial advice from a licensed practitioner. Presentation of the information via the internet is not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute a practitioner-client relationship. Internet subscribers, users, and online readers are advised not to act upon this information without seeking the service of a professional practitioner. Any U.S. federal tax advice contained in this website is not intended to be used for the purpose of avoiding penalties under U.S. federal tax law. For the accuracy of information, while we use reasonable efforts to furnish accurate and up-to-date information, we do not warrant that any information contained in or made available through this webcast or webinar is accurate, complete, reliable, current, or error-free. We assume no liability or responsibility or omissions in the content of this website. Please read our disclaimer one more time. Okay, so compare your application options, where and how to apply. In person, you have to go to local IRS office. By mail, mail out your application packet, or by CAA service. Okay, what is a CAA service? Where to apply? You can apply for your ITIN by visiting designated IRS tax office. They can verify original documentation and certify copies of the documents from the issuing agency for primary and secondary applicants and their dependents. For dependents, tax can verify passports, national identification cards, and birth certificates. These documents will be returned to you immediately. Service at tax is by appointment only. Appointments can be scheduled by calling this number, and then you can also visit this link, irs.gov/W7 document verification. Okay? By mail. This is mail form W-7, your tax return, or other documents required by an exception, and the documentation described under supporting documentation requirements. You can use their PO box or you can use their physical address. If you mail your application, don't use the mailing address in the instructions for your tax return. You see, there are the tax return division and the ITIN division are different. So because your tax return needs an ITIN, ITIN has a better priority than your tax return. If you send it to your tax return to the address that is on the tax return instructions, your tax return is going to be denied. It's going to be sent back to you. Okay? By private delivery service, I suggest for you, if you're going to mail all of your originals and your supporting documents and your tax return, use the physical address, because the physical and a certified registered service by the postal office, because there will actually be an agent on record. You will get a certified receipt copy. You will know who signed off on your application. This way, if your original documents or your application gets lost, you know who to contact. And the CAA service, you can also apply by using a certifying acceptance agent service or an acceptance agent. Okay? Now, there's a big difference between an acceptance agent and a certifying acceptance agent. An acceptance agent cannot verify or certify dependents, and they still have to submit your original an AA will need to submit original documentations or certified copies of the documentation from the issuing agency to the IRS for all applications. Okay? But the certifying acceptance agent is the same as the IRS office in person. The CAA is similar to having an IRS, going to an IRS local office. Okay, I am a CAA, so a certifying acceptance agent can verify original documentation and certify copies of the documentation from the issuing agency for primary and secondary applicants and their dependents. You see, the AA can only do primary applicants, okay? No secondary applicants. It used to be, before they made changes to the CAA rules, we used to be that we can do this as well for the foreign military people or applicants that are in the military service. The CAA will return the documentation immediately after reviewing its authenticity. That I can return to you guys is the original documentations like passport or birth certificate, as long as I have certified copies from the issuing agency document, because those still need to get submitted to IRS. Okay? Okay, so certification process change. CAAs can now authenticate the passport and birth certificates for dependents. CAA will continue to certify identification documents for primary and secondary applicants. Submit form COA, right, must be attached to each form W7. You see, the certificate of accuracy cannot be completed by an AA. Only the CAAs can do this. As a reminder, AAs and CAAs must conduct an in-person interview with each applicant. Before, this was the only way to get a ITIN application through an AA or a CAA. It has to be in person. But they have recently made changes to it. We can do video conferencing now. Okay? We can do video conferencing as long as, you see, on the W7 instructions, the CAA, as long as the CAA has the original identification. An AA cannot do this, the video conferencing. It has to be in person for an AA. But for the CAA, we can do video conferencing. As long as the CAA has the original identification documents or certified copies from the issuing agency that is issued them in their possession during the interview. So I have to have your documents before we can do we can book your virtual certification. Okay, so CAA certification options: in person and virtual. In person, it is the same as going to IRS local office. Okay, bring all application documents, ITIN form supporting documents to the CAA. Still required. Just because you're coming to me does not mean that you don't have to submit the certified copies of your documents from the issuing agency. You still have to submit this. Okay, example, if using a passport, get certified copy issued by your embassy or consulate office. Certified copies from the issuing agency means that if you are going to use a passport, go to your embassy or your consulate office to have them make a copy of those pages that you wanted to get certified and then give them to you. And for me, I need 3 copies of each supporting documents. Okay, just to make sure you will have one copy. I will have one copy on file that I'm going to keep and send back to you after everything is approved, and one copy will be sent to IRS office. Okay, so completed that. Okay, so here's another thing. If you're going to use a birth certificate, the birth certificate certified copy will not be coming from your embassy or your consulate office. It has to come from your issuing agency. Issuing agency means that birth certificate, you will have to go to the national registry, national birth or death registry of your country. Okay, like for the Philippines, it will be Department of Foreign Affairs or our national registry office. Okay, so you will have to find out what issuing agency is responsible for that type of identification that you are going to use for your ITIN. Now, for the virtual certification, it will be the same except send. Instead of bring, it will be send. Okay, so send all application documents to your CAA. It will be required still. Supporting documents must be certified copies from the issuing agency. And the extra step will be initial verification of documents that you sent to me will be processed. Okay? So what happened? Yes, what happens is I'm going to send you a tax portal. I'm going to verify it, and if everything is okay, then I'm going to book you for an appointment, and then we're going to have a completion of virtual meeting. If everything is okay, completed application packet will be mailed by your CAA to IRS. When our CAA certification meeting is completed, you will not be the one to be sending all of those documents to IRS. I will be the one to send it to make sure that everything is secured. Okay, no changes happens, and that way all information will remain intact. Okay, so once approved, IRS will mail a copy of ITIN notice to CAA and applicant. Okay, so what can you expect from CPA Consultants if we're doing a CAA service to you? What is our process? Our process is, first, for you, obtain certified copies from the issuing agency from your for your supporting documents. Okay, this information can be obtained from W7 instructions page, right? Page 3. Now let me show you where that is. Let me go to that page, instructions, and it will be on the page on page 3. These are the supporting documentation requirements. You must submit documentation to establish your identity and the connection to the foreign country. You must submit original documents or certified copies from the issuing agency that supports the information provided on Form W7. Okay? A certified copy of a document is one that the original issuing agency provides and certifies as an exact copy of the original document and contains an official stamped seal from the agency. Okay? So let me do that again. A certified copy of a document is one that the original issuing agency provides and certifies as an exact copy of the original document and contains an official stamped seal from the agency. Okay, so they will have to do the copying themselves, and the certified copy should have the seal of that agency. Okay, you may be able to request a certified copy of documents at an embassy or consulate. Okay, so for your reference on page 3 of the W7, these are the acceptable form of documents that you can submit. as proof of your identity and connection to um, the US. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so once all of your certified copies of documents are in, you can book your appointment. Okay, book your CAA certification appointment, and you can go to our website. Go to cpaconsultants.com. Right on the left section, there will be ITIN application, W-7, new. Right, all of the instructions are here as well. We have a direct link of the forms here. What are the revised application standards? Straight from our website. These are the updated links. Okay, so you don't have to worry whether your form is complete or not. You can also visit the ITIN updated procedures, frequently asked questions, and the instructions for Form W7. I recommend for you to visit the instructions for Form W7, and you can go to the form itself and try to fill it out. If you have any questions, you can just easily call me as soon as you're ready to discuss about your ITIN requirements. So to book an appointment, let's do that again, right? To book an appointment, ITIN, remember ITIN, and then ITIN, then W7 new and renewal filing. I have the booking link on all of the pages, but click on the book, and then it's going to pop another window. So from here, you can schedule an appointment for o'clock. It's just for o'clock, right? So our fee, you have this fee. Just complete your information on here. As soon as this is completed, we're going to get a notification that says that will notify us that a CAA booking was completed. Then as soon as we have that information, we're going to contact you and we'll start the process from there. Our CAA certification service is guaranteed. If you don't get approved, we will refund you, or we're going to do your application again for free. Okay, I have been doing this for years. I haven't had any denial or rejection on any of my applications yet, and I am hoping that I will remain 100% approved on all of the applications that I submitted. Okay, so book your CAA certification. As soon as we get that approval, we'll send you a tax portal link, and you will have to upload all of your documents to that secure tax portal link. If your documents are satisfactory and no additional documents are required, this is the verification process. You upload your documents, we verify your information. If everything is complete, we book you for a virtual certification. Applicants are required to attend, not appointed representatives. You see, I know that some of you have the power of attorneys. You hire a CPA office. I cannot certify just with your representative. If you have a representative that you want to sit in with you during the meeting, then we can do that. But for the virtual certification, I will need to see you on that meeting. Okay, I will have to see the actual person applying for that individual tax ID number. Okay, you must have your original documents with you for live virtual review and comparison to your submitted certified copies. When everything is okay, when everything is approved, when everything is completed, we will be mailing your application to IRS. Okay? IRS will mail us a copy of your approved or denied ITIN notice. If approved, nothing for you to do. If denied, we will respond to IRS accordingly and resubmit your application free of charge, if qualified, depending on the reason of the denial. Based from our previous applications, we haven't had any denials or rejections from IRS yet. We are 100% approved. Again, my name is Lily Cholton. I am your CAA. You can contact me at lily@cpa-consultants.com, and my telephone number is 310-800-1932. Please do not hesitate to visit us. Our website is cpa-consultants.com. View our other web pages. Okay, our contact is 310-800-1932. We have few offices, and do not hesitate to contact me for any information. Okay, you can just go to the contact link, your name and information, phone number, and a quick message, and we will have someone to give you a call back as soon as possible. Okay, thank you very much, and I'm hoping that this webisode has been very, very informative for you, and I'm looking forward to doing business with you. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.